Hello, today I would like to tell you about e-voting feature of Moodle. I learned about it only today. It's something quite new for me as well, but I would like to share what I have managed to learn and what I have created already for my own students who are taking academic reading and writing 1 course this semester. So as you can see, I'm still working on the content for our last classes, but basically my students will be making their final essay presentations and then they need to submit their final argumentative essay with the portfolio. And later I will add some assignments so that my students can upload their papers on Moodle. At the moment, you see that I have already created some activity for my students by using e-voting feature, and the title is Date for our makeup class. So I was ill last week and I had to think of some dates for my students so that we can meet again and discuss their essays and other items related to this course and to the final assessment. All right, but let's start from the very beginning. So if some teacher wants to use e-voting, which is polling basically on Moodle, uh, he or she first should turn editing on. After that, the teacher should add an activity which is called e-voting. And now the teacher should fill in the different sections in here. Of course, it is important and it is necessary to give the title. As for me, I will type Group 4, selecting a date for our makeup class. Then as for the description block, you see that I have provided very brief discussion or description, which is please indicate your preference for a makeup class. And actually I can click on here to enable this feature, display description on course page. And as for the questions, I have added only one question to this e-voting because I'm interested if my students can actually see me at 11:30 a.m. on December the 12th. Then I'm not going to select the possibility to choose multiple answers because I want my students to indicate only one answer choice. And as for another teacher, he or she should check this option if the teacher wants her or his students to select multiple answers. So as for answer choices, I will select only two of them. Actually, I will indicate only two of them, yes and no, or it can be yes, I can make it during the suggested day and time, or for example, no, I can't make it. I'm not going to add another question, but it is possible. But in my case, I'm interested in checking my students' preferences regarding that specific date and time. Then we can check what else is offered here by Moodle. Yes, I want it to be shown on the course page, but if it is possible to hide this activity from students. As for access, I would like to restrict it to my students from a particular group. Activity completion. Well, yes, I would like my students to mark when they complete this activity. So for this, I need to enable this option. So our next class, during which I'm planning to conduct this activity, is December the 7th. And the class will be over by 2:15. So by this time, I would like my students to indicate whether they have completed this activity or no. And after that, okay, as for tags, let's check what we have in here. Yeah, so the tag option, but I'm not going to select anything in here or add anything. And then as for course competencies, well, actually my students do not need to attach any evidence or send something to me, so I will skip this and I will just leave nothing in here. Now let's click on Save and Display. And this is what the teacher will see after he or she creates e-voting for the students. I have found out that Moodle offers the QR scanning option for the students and actually for any participant. So this is quite useful. Then also students can click on this link in order to access e-voting. And they will be able to participate in e-voting only after the teacher clicks on this button, Start. The results will be displayed immediately. And once the teacher wants to end the poll, then the teacher should click on Stop button. And students can vote by using their smartphones or laptops. So it seems to me that it's quite, but it's a very useful activity on Moodle. And I'm going to start using e-voting more often. In the past, I used some other websites or some other alternatives for conducting polling, like Zoom polling or Slido polling or Poll Everywhere. But it's nice that Moodle offers its own polling option for both the teacher and the students. So this is it. Now let me go back to the week. And yes, now I see that I have created another poll, but because they are actually the same, except for the difference in the title, I'm going to delete this one because I do not want to confuse my students with two similar, or I would even say identical polling activities. So I hope you have enjoyed learning from me, from my experience, and I hope it was useful for you. So I recommend you to use e-voting. Goodbye.